Hank here with the Covert Family. We are going on an Alaskan cruise, and we're going to show you some of our experience as we go about. To start off, we're going to be talking about organization and packing. So we got to take this and a whole bunch more and make it into something that we can get through 2 weeks worth of travel, including hotels before, after, and all of our time on the Carnival Miracle.
These are packing cubes. We put clothes in them. This one has pants. This one has tights. This one has jackets, I think. Actually, this one is shorts, and this one actually is shorts. And I don't know what is in this one. I think socks, but this one is like something.
All right. Like Grace was saying, we use packing cubes. We love our packing cubes. You want to make sure that you've had an opportunity to kind of like sort through your clothes. You put everything, the same types of clothes together. You can just take them out and put them straight into like your drawers, and it makes it easy once you're in your destination to kind of unpack and be ready for your vacation. We went ahead and, because we're going to be in San Francisco for a couple of days ahead of time, we went ahead and made a bag just for the hotel. The different colors there are different kids, and we're still in the middle of packing, but we also have our Proctor here in here, and you know, that way we only have to go through one piece of luggage and not looking through all sorts of different pieces of luggage when we're in our destination. So something that I like to do to get ready for the trip is to take all of the different parts of the trip and put it into one place. And by that I mean I make kind of like an itinerary for the family, and all of like the confirmation pieces, the phone numbers, locations, addresses. I put them all together. It looks something kind of like this. You can see we have place for location, and then like if there is a time associated with it. Sometimes it's like all day, and then sometimes there's like appointments or like for an excursion, you know, the time that we'll be leaving as opposed to the time we get into port. And then that way we have like an easy place to find information and can put our effort into enjoying the time, and having that be organized. And I also have things like our pre and post cruise information. The folder has things like shuttle, our luggage tags printed off, our hotel in San Francisco, and then confirmation also for the flights. Also in here I have information about during the cruise, so like excursions, anything that we might be going to go do. So we went ahead and booked a thing with Turo, like it's a online booking for, you know, car rental, and then some of the orders that we put in through Carnival, and just that way we have a paper copy. Just in our experience, we've needed a paper copy of some of that information. And then the last one here is our embarkation day, which is, you know, that day that you get on the cruise ship. There's a lot of stuff that needs to go in here. I saw on a really cool YouTube page. He suggested having a clipboard, and then we have our boarding passes here, which has some of our information on that, and then just the basic booking information for our 2 different rooms, and then we also have some mobility things, and then that way all this is together, ready when we're at the terminal. So all of those pieces are easy to go in and find, and then this same thing that I have on the outside, I went ahead and put on the back of each of the folders, so that if it's separate, if I only have this in my hand, I'm not having to go back and find this, and it just makes it just a little bit easier, just to be organized and feeling like we're prepared to, in a way, to get onto the ship. Inside the folder, the carry folder. There's a bunch of different pouches. We also have our tags. We're gonna end up putting tags on once we get to San Francisco. And I put those in there. And then anything else that we might need. I went ahead and grabbed a couple of pins, put them on the outside. You never know when you're gonna need that sort of information. And then I can also slide our passports in there. A nice safe place to keep it all together and ready to use. So keeping us organized, keeping us focused, so that we're not fumbling or trying to keep that stuff together. It's all just right there and ready to pull out. To make the most of our time and not have to put a lot of stress into that. All right, it is the morning before we take off to go to San Francisco. We are in full-fledged packing mode, getting everything sorted, getting everything ready. We have done kind of that final, we've done our final kind of load of laundry. I'm going down to clean out the car, just to get some of the dust off of it, so that when we come back, we're not coming back to all that dirt from before vacation. I guess it's not necessary, but making sure we as a family make sure that we talk through everything that we need to do, and then work on dividing up that kind of expectation for the day. Fortunate that we both don't work on Saturday. Both have today off, so we can get a lot of work done. But I'm going to be recording and talking about some of the things that we're doing throughout the day. All right. Well, we're rounding out our packing. We're about, I'd say 60-80% of the way packed. Some of the things that I've seen in other cruise videos that we're trying out this time. Not our first time actually trying this out. You need for a cruise ship, you need a non-surge protected power strip. They usually only have one outlet. On the Carnival Miracle we were on in November of last year, and they definitely only had one. So we have a couple of different ones, because we have 2 rooms. We have 6 people in our party, so we're gonna have 2 rooms. So just making sure that you have a couple extra places to plug in is super important, to keep all of our devices and cameras and everything kind of situated. Our cruise is going to Alaska, so we've made sure to pack lots of things that are warmer, that we can layer. But one of the things that we went ahead and purchased and are bringing along are umbrellas. We also have ponchos, disposable ponchos for our kiddos. So making sure that you're planning for kind of all those different types of events. Different types of weather. It's easier to take off and enjoy warmer weather than be dressed for warmer weather and not have the warmer stuff. So my wife saw something in one of the videos, and she really liked the idea of bringing some laundry baskets, just to be able to keep the dirty clothes away from the clean clothes, and they're relatively inexpensive. She found on Amazon. And one last thing that I'm going to share with you right now are lanyards. My wife and I, when we first were cruisers, we would wear lanyards all the time. I don't think that I'll actually be wearing a lanyard this cruise, just because it gets in the way. But for our kids, being able to keep track of their own sail and sign card, and that kind of being in their possession without having to like worry about leaving it behind. One thing, if you do have kiddos that are traveling with and they're on your expense account, make sure that you do set a limit to how much they can charge. Our kiddos stick with us most of the time, so it's not like they're going to be out and about making purchases without us. But they also on our last cruise, were kind of bummed out because I maintained all of them. So we're going to give them the opportunity to be able to kind of like carry them around. So those are just a couple of the things that we are packing to keep organized for this trip. All right. So we are taking this cruise in 2022. So this may not be a requirement when you're watching the video. Like if it's later, probably be a requirement for the entire 2022 Alaskan cruise time. But in order to go on an Alaskan cruise, we have to enter Canada. So we have to fill out the ArriveCan app, which just is really simple. You just basically need your personal information and then vaccination status. Then they ask to see your vaccine card. You take a picture of it, you upload it, and then once you're within that 72-hour period, which was 4 o'clock, was able to go on and finish up the rest of it. And they ask some of the basic information that you'll need is when your debarkation or embarkation time is, which for us is going to be 4 o'clock from San Francisco, and then what date you are going to be entering Canada, which will be the date that you visit your Canadian port. So we're visiting Victoria on June 8th at 8 a.m. So that's just some of the basic information that you'll need. And then at the very end, once you filled out all of your information, it gives you a QR code, which you'll need in order to board the ship in San Francisco. So right behind me, you can see our last piece of luggage that needs to just get zipped up. It's going to go into the car. And then we have early flights in the morning. So I just wanted to come on and say thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I hope that some of the information I shared was helpful to you. And I plan on making more videos about our trip. So I hope that you get an opportunity to see those as well. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.